Three things I want to point out na nakakahinder sa ating spiritual maturity as Christians. Number one is the constant looking out for ways and excuses or kakampi para ipagpatuloy ang ginagawa nating kasalanan. Kapag tayo ay nagkakasala, instead of looking for kakampi, mga tao o di kaya mga character sa Bible to justify yung kalokohan natin, why don't we approach God sincerely and ask Him to help us out? Alam naman natin, hindi niya tayo pababayaan. Kapag totoo ang ating paglapit, pananampalataya, we're really honest, we really want to get rid of sinful behaviors, He's going to help us. Okay? Number two is yung constant need to be right. Yung tipong kailangan tama ka palagi. Alam nyo, mahirap yan eh. I've experienced that. Yung gusto mong manalo ka lang sa argument o di kaya gusto mo lang manalo ka sa debate. Yung nagbabasa ka, memorize mo yung Biblia just for the sake na para ipakita sa ibang tao mas magaling ka. Alam mo yun? Let me give you an example. You know, when my friend and I joined this organization, this church, nakaramdam ako ng problema. Okay, so I prayed about it. I asked God, Lord, if this is not right for me, get me out of here. My objective is you, hindi itong church na to, hindi itong organization na to. If it's not right, get me out of here. I don't care if I have to start from scratch, from zero. And true enough, nilabas ako ng Panginoon. No, we had an argument with my friend, but unfortunately, kahit anong explain ko, walang nangyayari. So rather than continuing that debate with him kung sino tama at mali, I left and then I prayed for him. Sabi ko, Lord, kung sino man sa amin ang nagkakamali, ilagay niyo kami sa tama. Ang sa akin, it doesn't matter as long as it's towards your direction. And true enough, 5 years later, umalis din siya dun sa may organization at sinabi niya sa akin, may nakikita na pala siyang problema. Ayaw lang niyang tanggapin. Okay? So, instead of arguing, alam naman natin no, at the end of reasoning and logic, no, kapag hindi pa rin gumagana yung dalawang yan, no sense in continuing that argument because patigasan na lang ng ego yan, pride na lang yan no? So, point number 3 is don't treat your pastors or your church, your organization as God. Hindi sila ang dapat na sinasamba mo. Hindi lahat ng sinabi nila tama. If what they say is contrary to the teachings of the Bible, then you need to do something about it, no? I don't know kung kinakailangan mong kausapin or kinakailangan mong umalis mismo, no? Humiwalay dun sa grupo na yon. It doesn't matter, no? I've experienced it before, no? Kung hindi mo sila, if you cannot change them, don't stay because later on, pati ikaw, titigas na rin ng puso mo. Hindi ka na rin makikinig. And you're gonna waste your life. You're gonna waste your time believing something that is not true. Okay? Don't force it. Okay? Don't force it if you don't see any logic, any reason to continue on. If you don't see God working in that organization, get out. Ganun lang naman yun It's not about blind faith. It is reasonable faith. You have to remember that, okay? I'll give you an example again. May kaibigan ako. Kasama siya dito sa organization na to that many of us would consider as medyo dubious, no? Medyo hindi problematic, no? So I was talking to this guy. Sinabi ko sa kanya, talaga bang naniniwala ka na Diyos ang pastor mo? And alam niyo, sabi niya sa akin, no? Sabi ko sa kanya, naniniwala ka ba na kahit barilin siya, hindi siya mamamatay? Alam mo, sagot sa akin, naniniwala daw siya. So again, at the end of that conversation, hindi ko na siya pinilit. Okay? I fall back to my last resort, which is to pray for the guy. No? I haven't met him since, hindi ko alam ano nangyari sa kanya. But I sincerely hope na nakita niya ang katotohanan. No? And with that, God bless.